everybody. I hope y'all are doing well. I do apologize in advance if you got another notification from me. So I noticed that I cannot stream Crown Trick right now because it's still downloading, and it's going to take about 20-30 minutes because I have like 4 games downloading at the same time. I was Christmas holiday Kwanzaa shopping. So shout out to everybody out there that is celebrating Kwanzaa. Oh. Oh, I probably look tired as all get out, and I kind of am. I do not want to butcher the second day's name of Kwanzaa, but happy Kwanzaa to everybody that celebrate. This is interesting for me. Hey, Sharita, hold on. Let me see. I don't have my glasses, so yes. I'm trying to make sure I got the right person. Let me see if I can do a shout out from my keyboard. I usually have my tablet to do it, but my tablet's on the charger. There we go. It might be a slight delay, but it's coming. So while we wait for that, oh, there it is. Look at
that. I think you're good. Listen, now.
I can live without it. I can live without it, girl. You can live without it. It ain't that important if they don't want you to have it. I can't even move. They won't even let me move it.
That never gets old. I'm sorry, it never gets old. Okay, so yeah, I don't have my glasses. I do have my glasses. They're right here, but I don't feel like putting them on. Y'all ever have that? So if you be like, dang girl, you look tired, it's because I am. But my last stream I was gonna stream Crown Trick. It's a new game I have, but like I said, I've been shopping because I had all that money in the eShop cards, because my family hooked me up for Christmas, and the mister, he kind of hooked me up too. I want my colors to show. Where my colors at? There we go. And yeah, so I've been buying new games lately. The one I'm excited to play is called the Deponia Collection, and you get 4 games for $3.99. So I got hiccups. 4 games for $3.99, so you couldn't beat that. And let me see if it's on. Where's my controller? Let me see if it's doing anything right now, because like I said, I got quite a few games, and Crown Trick is one of them. Let me see. Game capture. Are we going to come up? Okay, there we go. Yeah, so Crown Trick was the first game. And then I got Last Stop, and then this is the Deponia Collection. So I don't know what order it's in. I'm assuming it's this one, this one, this one, and this one. So, right, hey Nico. So I'm assuming it's that direction. I'll be back. Hold on. Ooh, Deponia, yes. Like I said, for those of y'all, I've never played it. I've never seen any gameplay of it. I just saw 4 games on sale for $3.99, and why not? It was on my wish list, so now it's not. But I do have a story time for you guys, and it is... Oh. Oh my gosh. Hey, Menace. I am squinting hard. If y'all see me squinting hard, it's because I don't feel like putting my glasses on. I really don't feel like putting my glasses on. I don't. I need to, but I don't. Let me do this before I forget.
I'm going to be getting that and my OLED and a protective thingy and another protective thingy, and it's gonna be beautiful. And I'm gonna scan and all the things.
Okay, it's looking good so far. What's going on, everybody? You know what it is. You know who it is. My name is the Menacing Sloth, and today we're gonna...
I have no idea why it does that. I gotta fix it. But y'all follow my 3 favorite people on the planet and support your friends. Shout out to everybody that's been supporting me lately. Oh my gosh, y'all are the best. Like, I have been getting like cash apps out the woodwork. So everybody that has sent me a cash app, I don't care if it's $1, $5, whatever. I am excited for all of it because it's the support I never knew I had. So thank you. But let me get to my story. So yes, I stole my husband's whole outfit, y'all. If y'all see me in extra big old clothes, it's because I done stole his clothes. I like my clothes, but my clothes are all, tight and lifting and, and I ain't trying to get on the internet and be all extra for y'all. Well, maybe I should. I don't know. But, so I time traveled in my dream, you guys. And when I say I time traveled, I know that I have lived this life before because it was giving, what's the name of that Tom Cruise movie where he was in like war or something, and then every time he died, he come back and be so shocked. It's giving that movie. Was it Day After Tomorrow War, something like that. It was the Tom Cruise movie situation for me. However, I did not look like me in this time travel situation. So it actually happened last night. I wrote it down in my dream journal. It took me about 6-7 pages because it was very descriptive of how all of this stuff went. But I'm going to give y'all like a rundown of what it looked like and what's been happening with me lately. So, happy holidays to everybody that celebrate holidays. I'm on my 2nd day of Kwanzaa. I don't want to butcher the K name for today. So happy 2nd day of Kwanzaa to those that celebrate. All right, got that out the way. So this morning I woke up at 10:10 on the dot. I know because when I looked over at my electronic, it said 1010, and I was like, whoa. That kind of, no, it wasn't. Was it 10:10? No, that was yesterday when I woke up at 10:10, which was crazy because I had dreamed of something in my dream that actually said something to the effect of, hold on, let me look at it. I might have to tell y'all that one too. I've been getting numbers like crazy in my dreams, and I don't know if I need to play these on the lottery or something, or I need to be looking out for these dates and times, or look up and see what happened. But what's the date today? Today's the 27th. If your birthday is today, happy birthday to you. But yeah, I woke up at 10:10 yesterday on the dot, and right before I woke up, the movie is Edge of Tomorrow. Thank you. Hey lady, shout out to you. I actually am I need to go make a cup of tea, and I'm gonna wish you and the Mr. good vibes and positivity and healing and all that type of stuff, because I kind of sneaked on the Discord earlier, and I saw that and I was gonna say something, but I kind of fell asleep. I'm sorry. I love you, girl. Edge of Tomorrow. But thank y'all lurking. Shout out to the, no, you ain't buffering. All I'm doing is talking. But anyway, shout out to the mister over there. Get well soon. But the thing that was crazy in that dream was somebody actually wrote something down, and to me it looked like numbers, but to them it was a word. It was like BLIBLIOBOBLI. It was like that. And it was some sort of medicine, and she told me how to say the name, but to me it looked like zeros and ones on a piece of paper, like the Matrix. Why are you buffering? What is happening? Hold on. I think I know what's happening. I'm gonna take this off the charger and see if I have any more issues. So, my bad if it's buffering on y'all's end. Alright. On to my story. Alright. So, I was talking about the one from yesterday. That's when I woke up at 10:10 a.m. So, that's why I'm like, my ancestors have been talking to me like crazy because I'm seeing repeating numbers. I'm getting dreams of stuff that is starting to make sense in my waking life. So they talking to me, right? And then last night I dreamed I had a time traveling dream. Not buffer. Okay, I thought it was on my end because I was getting yellow and reds over here. All right, so I was getting a time traveling dream, and I know I was time traveling because when I passed by a reflective surface in my dream, I was not this face. I was not this person. I was not this person. I was someone else, right? All right, let me see. It started. I'm gonna change some of the details because some of that stuff is like really specific, and I'm just gonna keep it like this. So I was over a friend of mine's house, and she was having some kind of like, I don't know, barbecue or something at her house, and these kids came over, these like neighborhood kids, and there was this one little boy that kept following me around, and he made me nervous. Like something about him was not sitting well with me. And so I kept trying to avoid him, and every time I would walk off, he would get closer. If I would go this way, he would come this way. He was following me in my dream, right? And so I noticed on his shirt, it said something about a high school, and then it said a gun club. And I'm thinking to myself, that's not cool. And today's age climate and stuff like that. And it had like a rifle on his shirt. And this is how I knew it was weird, because he had on a white shirt, but the words were in hot pink. Now, that's not the problem. It was just hot pink is not a color that you normally get in your dreams. And for some reason, this little boy, he is not sitting right with me. Cute little thing. He looked about maybe 12 or so. But he was in high school. And he kept walking up to me and trying to hug me around my waist. And I'm like, little boy. I kept saying little boy so he could understand that I'm a grown up and he's a kid. And I'm not his mom. You go over there. Leave me alone. And he kept thinking I was like a girlfriend material. And little kids, I'm not attracted to little kids by any means, because I have kids myself. I have a 12-year-old. And one of my sons is going to be like almost grown soon. He's still my baby, but his birthday's in February, and he's going to be almost adult according to the United States. So, this little boy, he just kept trying to hold me and stuff. And I'm, like this on his forehead. Get off me, little boy. Just back up. And then he looks up at me and goes, and as soon as he does that, we are in a bunker, you guys. And when I mean a bunker, I'm thinking the walls are like made out of metal. The room is shaped like the inside of a Christmas ball or something. I don't know. It was some kind of bunker. I knew it was a bunker because it had blast doors. And it was the little boy and another guy next to him. They were being suited up in like plastic uniforms or something. And there were other men in the room. Now, these men, they had on like corduroy suits. They looked like freaking Thomas Edison or something. They were dressed to the nines, had the little beards with the little circle, the little, what do you call it? The curl in it and a monocle, and they were dressed nice, right? And I'm looking at these guys like, why does this look really 1940s, 1950s? And I look down, I'm in a white hazmat suit, right? Now, at first, I was in my friend's backyard. There was a pool, there was, a fence, there was grass. Now I look down, I'm in a white hazmat suit, and we're hooking this boy and this other young man up in rubber attire. Now, the weird thing about how they were dressed was they had on like white undershirts and white shorts, but they had like gray socks and like brown boots. It looked very 1940s. It was given World War II for certain. And do y'all remember? Oh shoot! Okay, my generation, we had a really large balloon attached to a rubber band that we used to take and just do this, and the rubber band would go blue, 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 blue. They were putting those balloons. You remember how the balloons looked? They were putting those on the boys' arms, and they were being really careful to get it on their wrists and their shoulders just right. And the thing about this room was, I'm looking around and I'm like, this is a gas chamber. Why am I in a gas chamber with these people suiting up these young boys? What's about to happen? And so I'm processing all of this, and something is like, it's time to go. It's time to leave. So I'm backing out. I'm like, okay, you guys, y'all got this. I'm, backing out real slow. And I bump up against the wall and slide to the door. And as soon as I'm in the doorway, I turn around and hightail it down this hallway as fast as I know how to move in my dream, right? I'm going. I feel myself doing this. And so I see this man and this woman. They're dressed like they're about to go to like the Great Gatsby's house or something. They catch on like, oh, she's running. Let us run too. So they running, and I hear the ladies' heels clopping and clopping and clopping. And they run into one of the little side rooms that looks like a gas chamber. These are circular shaped rooms. Like the walls are curved and everything. And there's a blast door that the only way you can get out of this is to open it from the outside. Which was really crazy because I ran my dumb self in there right behind them. And the woman tripped on a chain that was, somebody had chained the bottom of the door, and the woman tripped on the chain. And I saw it had a combination lock, and I'm like, the combination lock doesn't really match the time period that I'm in. And so because she tripped on it and fell, I ran back out the door, and they kind of pulled some latch or something, pulled the door closed, and essentially locked themselves in this one room. And I'm like, ooh, that's not gonna turn out right. I can't help them because I'm not strong enough to pull this door, so let me keep running, right? So I run to the end of the hallway, and there's a ladder, and I'm hearing all of this boom, boom, boom everywhere. And I climb up the ladder, and as soon as I get to the top, I'm sprayed with dirt because there's a war happening outside. It is definitely, I want to say World War II, because the planes are silver, I don't really know what's on the planes. I see them. They look really, really 1940, I don't remember when World War II was. I wasn't here. My grandparents probably were or were not. I don't remember. But yeah, I'm crawling through the dirt because I just climbed up this ladder and fell because there was all this stuff happening. And I remember how loud it was. 1939 to 1945. Oh, wow. Okay, so this is the crazy part. I remember grabbing the dirt, pulling myself up and looking at my hands and seeing how my nails were dirty. And I'm like, okay, keep going. And I pick up this, what do you call it? The AK-47s. They're the rifle looking guns. I pick up 3 of them and I'm holding them in my arms like this, running. Don't ask. I don't know where I'm going. I just know I need to get the hell away from where I was. Thank you, Menace. And as I'm holding the 3 guns, I'm like, maybe I should shoot one of these because people are running in every direction around me. So I turn one to shoot and it goes click, click. And I'm like, okay, this one's no good. So I drop it. I still have 2 more in my arms. And something tells me, run to the water. Somehow I'm on a beach. The war is still happening around me and I'm running to the beach. And I see a whole bunch of other soldiers running too. I can't see their faces because I'm running. They're running faster than me. I see the back of their head. We're all hightailing it. I guess I end up dropping all the firearms that I had and I'm running and I see a sandbar. Now, if y'all don't know what a sandbar is, it's literally a big pile of sand. It could be a fence. It could be like a natural fence or something. I see a sandbar and I jump over it like I'm in boot camp or something with the other soldiers. And as soon as I hop over, I hear again. And I look around and I'm at a cabana with a bunch of people in these 1950s swimsuits. Of course, they don't look like me. And they're lounging and having fun, having drinks, chilling by the pool. And I'm over here, I'm sweaty. I just ran for my life. How you gonna drop guns, Bisha? This is not gangster. That's very not gangster. Look. And this is a dream. I can't. Look, I can't even explain it. It's the fact that I was holding 3 of them in my arms like they were some Red Ryder BB guns from A Christmas Story. And none of them work. So apparently I'm not supposed to be a gangster. I'm a runner for sure. I imagine myself being one of those kids from Maze Runner because I was in shape. My little body was carrying me. So I hop over this sandbar and I'm at this cabana. And I look back and everything is still warring back here. But apparently once you hop over this sandbar, you're in a different part of the dream. Like, these people are not affected by what's going on over there at all. The sky is still blue and the sun is still shining. It's the perfect weather for a swimsuit. So in order for me to not stick out like a sore thumb, I'm, sliding stuff to me. Like, I done slid some ice to clean my face because I know I got dirt and stuff everywhere. I notice I still have on this hazmat suit, so I'm coming out of it real slowly. I done stole somebody's bikini top that was just so happened to be hanging there, and it just so happened to be my size. I steal a sarong, wrap it around my waist, and I'm trying to doll myself up, right? And I hear some lady say, "Oh, darling, please try this lipstick." She hands me a lipstick, and I was like, "Thanks." So I put the lipstick on, and somebody hands me a coconut with some, I don't know what's in the coconut. It's a drink, but it's a coconut. And so I'm walking like this, trying to be all cute. And as soon as I pass by this lady, I'm in an alley, a dark alley. All I see is darkness. It's an alley because there's a dumpster and there's a line of people and a door, right? So by this time, I'm like, what the is happening? I'm aware of what's going on. I'm aware that I'm dreaming at this point. I am 100% aware. And I'm like, I'm trying to survive. Apparently, I am in the best shape of my life. And I passed by in this alleyway. I see all these people in line. So I was like, okay, well, let me get in line too. So I get in line behind a bunch of people. And I see this one door that's open against this building. And everybody keeps looking in there and going about their business. And I'm like, why is everybody looking in this door? So when it's my turn to kind of pass by the door, I peek in and I see a big lady that's in there. She's in the bathroom. Let's just say that. She's a big lady. She's sitting in the bathroom. Apparently it's a bathroom and she is so embarrassed. She's holding up a mirror like this in front of her. And so everybody that looks in can literally see themselves being nosy. And so I look in and I see my reflection and then I see her cowering behind the mirror and I turn around and say, ain't none of y'all was decent enough to close the door so she could have some privacy? What's wrong with y'all? And I'm yelling at all of these people and they looking at me like, So I'm like, I'm so sorry, ma'am. I'm going to close the door. And she was like, you're the only person that has cared enough to give me privacy. So I'm going to help you because I know what's happening. And I was like, what's happening? She was like, my blue scarf over there, get it. It'll help you pass. And I'm like, okay, blue scarf. So I kind of step into the room with her. And there is like a pile of stuff. And there is the prettiest blue scarf I have ever seen. This is my cleaning cloth for my glasses. And I take it and I put it on my head and wrap it around my face like this, right? And she was like, thank you so much. You can close the door on the way out. And when I close the door, apparently I'm next in line. And I see the reflection. I remember my reflection in the mirror. And I'm still a woman, but I don't look anything like this, right? I look like, I don't even know who I would say I look like. I look more like a, I don't know. Who's somebody that, a biracial woman, right? Basically, a white passing biracial woman. I know that I'm black, but my reflection doesn't say that. My reflection says you are a white passing woman, which is okay. You know, I don't have anything wrong with that. But I'm thinking to myself, why do I look this way? And why was I going through all that other stuff? Because I know there weren't any women on the battlefield during World War II. That was a men's thing. And so I'm touching this thing around my head, and somebody taps me and they're like, you're next. And I'm like, oh, my bad. So I walk into this room and it's a bunch of gangsters. And I say gangsters because they look like they ready to gang somebody. I don't know what gangsters do. I'm so far removed from that. But somebody was like, you trying to get up out of here. So I guess I was trying to leave the country or wherever I was. And the dude was like, so where are you trying to go? He got a little pen and paper. He's like, where are you trying to go? And I open my mouth and say, I'm from Chicago. But the voice that comes out of my mouth is so far away from what I sound like right now. It sounded like Mickey and Minnie Mouse. Like my voice, my accent was so all over the place. And I was like, why do I sound like this? And I was saying, I'm from Chicago. And I named some place in Chicago. I'm not from Chicago in real life. I don't know anybody in Chicago. Shout out to people from Chicago if you live there. But apparently I told these people I'm from Chicago and that's where I'm going. And he believed me. But the guy that was sitting at the table writing down extra, I guess he was writing receipts or something. He kind of looked up from his glasses like this. And I'm thinking to myself, oh my gosh, I'm finna die. Because they could, look, my whole cover is blown. I don't know what to do. And he's like, And so the guy that's standing there, I noticed he's got like this big old gun strapped to his shoulder. He got on a nice suit, kind of like a turtleneck, a leather jacket, some nice slacks, but you could tell he bought that life. And so he takes out a little book and stamps it and gives it to me. And he says, go in that room right there. And I said, what? Okay. And so I follow where he's pointing. And I go and I sit in this room that has a bunch of white blocks in it wrapped in plastic. I don't know what that is or why it was white stuff wrapped in plastic. And they had dark blue labels on it. And so I sit down in this room and I'm looking around like I'm finna die. My cover is blown. And there was another guy in that room and he looks over to me. He says, you made it. Now you're finna wake up. And boy, as soon as that snap happened, I look around and I'm back in my body. I have just woken up in my life and I'm like, I'm alive. I'm alive. I look at the time and it's like, it was like 9:33 in the morning or something like that. I just remember it was 3 and then 6:30, 9:33 in the morning. And I'm thinking to myself, what did I eat the night before that made me do all of this? Because I have never in my life, that was like 4 different timelines in one dream. Now, mind you, I went to bed at an appropriate time. I think I went to bed like 10 o'clock last night. And woke up at 9 this morning. So I was asleep a good long time. Or was I? I remember going to bed early, I think. Y'all, I just know it was a lot happening. And when I tell you, hold on. I had to write pages of this stuff. Pages. Hold on. 2, 3 at the top. Pages. I think I finally finished. Oh, okay, yeah. I got a little bookmark on here. Because the last thing I wrote, it took me forever to write this too. The last thing I wrote was the guy with a cigarette. It was a guy in the room with me. He had a cigarette in his mouth and he was dealing cards in his hands. And then he said, now you're going to wake up. And I did. ... Maybe I need to be writing movies or something. I don't know. Or a TV show or something. Because what was all that? Like, how do you explain that to somebody where it makes sense? Because it was a lot going on. It was a lot happening. Yeah. I'm still wondering about it because when I have dreams, you guys, sometimes it's literal information that I'm being fed and I have to literally decipher it. I can interpret everybody else's dreams, but learning how to interpret my own dreams, It's something else. What I have gathered so far is that there's somebody around me that I'm trying to avoid that keeps coming around, and I guess me running from the war is me avoiding the conflict, and me trying to smuggle myself to another country is like smuggling myself through issue after issue after issue. I don't know, y'all. I'm just what are y'all thoughts on this? I promise y'all, because I would, maybe I need to find me a nice therapist or something and unload on him or her, because this is a lot. It's a lot. It's a lot. Okay. While I'm doing that, let me see one of my other dreams. Turn my fan off. But I will tell y'all, my dream journal is lit. I cannot wait to finish this book and start another one. We laughing at me. Let's see. And I'm gonna probably put a descriptor in my dream journal of who I am, what I look like. I already write the name and the day and the date in each journal anyway. And since my handwriting is, y'all see my handwriting, right? I need to work on my handwriting, because when I go back and read some of this, I have to scratch my head because I don't know what the hell I'm saying half the time. But when I'm writing this stuff, I literally hear, you know what I'm talking about. Just keep going. I think you fell asleep and a World War II documentary came on. I thought about that, but the only thing I can think of was, I remember a few weeks ago, the last thing I watched that was even close to that was a movie called All Quiet on the Western Front on Netflix, but this was weeks ago. And that was a long and drawn out movie, and the ending was kind of like effed up, but it wasn't, my dream was way more entertaining than the movie, if that makes sense. But it wouldn't explain the bunker though, because there was no bunkers in that dream. There were those trenches that they ran through and hid in and stuff, but not this bunker. Like, I think I could probably, oh, where's my little board? Y'all, my 4-year-old has taken over my dry erase board, and let me see if I could draw it, because I promise y'all, this bunker is not something, I wonder if they have something like this in real life. Oh my goodness. Hold on, this is my son's artwork, by the way. I don't know if y'all can see this. And he sat on my board and bent it. So I tried to catch his little butt to fight him, but he a little faster than I thought. So I don't have a paper towel back here to save my life. How am I gonna clean my board? Do I have a paper towel anywhere? See, I can't even clean my board off and draw the, maybe if I do it on a different color. All right, I'm gonna draw over his artwork. Y'all don't tell him. Hold on, here we go. What side does it have to be on? This side? Hold on. It's kind of hard because I'm a lefty. Alright, so here's the floor. Y'all don't talk about my artwork, okay? Here's the floor. Right? I think the floor is too big. It was me in this room. I'm just gonna put me. And I'm gonna put an afro because I love, big hair. And then it was the boy. And then another guy a little bit bigger than him. And then the grown-up dudes, they were bigger than all of us. There we go. Y'all see this beautiful artwork? I know y'all don't be jealous out here. I can draw in real life though. Okay, so they were fitting him up. I had on a white hazmat suit. The door looked like, all right, the room was literally shaped like this, because the ceiling was flat and the walls were like this. So it looked like I was in maybe a pumpkin or something, right? Now, we were in this room and I remember the walls being curved too. So it was like this. You know what, Menace? I got you beat right now. Alright, I was relieved because when you started the story, I was thinking post-apocalyptic. It was crazy enough. It does look like I'm in a pumpkin. Alright, so the door, I remember the door being shaped like this. Can y'all see that? And then it had that big old wheel in the center of it. And there was no windows on it, but it was shaped like this, like kind of like a submarine door. And the door was like right here. So in order to get out, you had to step over and out. So yeah. Look at my artwork, y'all. I promise if my camera was turned another way and I could draw like this, it would probably look way. Hold on, can I turn my camera? Yeah, I'm watching a. No, you. Okay, there we go. Yeah, there we go. Now I need something to clean my board with. I ain't got nothing to clean my board. We're gonna get something to clean my board with, okay? I'll be right back. Alright, hold on 1 second, y'all. Alright. I gotta give my kids their room back soon. Alright, so where we at? My beautiful artwork. Alright. Ooh, don't knock over my water. And I still knocked over my water. See? That's trying to tell me to get up off of here. I have my spray bottle right next to my glass of water, and I almost knocked over my water. And I knocked over my spray bottle. Anyway, so yeah. I don't understand what the bunker was all about. I might have to look up bunker. I remember having to look up what was the name of the door. And the door was called a blast door. And it was so crazy because in my head, I knew for a fact that the room I was in was a gas chamber. And that is like really significant because people don't normally dream of stuff like that and that specific. So I'll probably have to look up what that means. And why was I in that time period of all things? Why was I important enough to be in a room with people trying to fit the young boys with rubber outfits to be in this gas chamber or something? Maybe the bunker was about protecting yourself. It might be, because I knew I had to get out of that bunker with those people because I was not feeling that situation. So, like I said, I have some homework today to do. And now I'm stuttering over all my words. So that means it's time for me to get off. All right, you guys. I hope y'all like that story. When I put this on YouTube, please tell me in the comments what you make of what I just told you, because I promise you there was a lot happening. I'm not crazy. At least I hope I'm not. I'm gonna stop playing with my hair. I'm tired. I was watching what's the name of the show? Kindred on Hulu, because I got tired of seeing all the commercials and the advertisements about it. So I'm on episode 2, and so far I'm just as confused as the girl in the show. So I don't know if I like it or not. I don't know. Thank y'all so much for watching. Everybody, y'all have a great night. Thank y'all for letting me entertain you. Shout out to everybody that has been sending me Cash Apps, PayPals. Your girl feels extra love. Thank you so much for all the donations. I don't care if it's $1 or $100. I thank you for all of it. Oops. That makes me feel so loved. I promise it does. All right, you guys. Tomorrow, I think tomorrow's Tuesday or Wednesday. When I come back, I'll probably play my new games that I have, which is the Deponia Collection, Crown Trick, and I have a game called Last Stop as well. So I'm gonna roll the dice and pick one of them. So until next time, gamer babes, thanks for watching. Peace.